Hi, I'm Jesse Ortiz of the Bobby Jones Golf Company, and I want to talk a little bit about the latest controversy on the tour. The square grooves versus the V grooves, the Ping I-2 wedges that were grandfathered and are perfectly legal to be used on tour, and the V grooves that all the rest of the pros are using because that is what is mandated by the USGA and the tour. The problem here is that both sides are right. Phil Mickelson, among several other players, has decided that a 23-year-old used club that is being grandfathered performs better than a brand new V-groove from his same company. That is a very telling statement. For any of you that think that, well, there's no difference between a square groove and a V-groove, right there you have proof that if a tour pro believes something that's that old is still spinning better than something new, what I'm telling you is, as an amateur, you better jump out and grab square groove wedges this year because it's the last year that we can make them. But back to the tour, the problem here is that both sides are correct. Phil is within his rights and 100% correct in putting a Ping I-2 in his bag because it is legal and he feels that he can play better with it. Those that are accusing him are really wrong. But the accusations do have merit when you look at the fact that the players who are using the V-grooves are at a competitive disadvantage. There is no question that they are giving up something by using V-grooves, particularly in shots out of wet rough. So where are we here? Well, I'll tell you where I side. I side with the guys that are using the V-grooves. Their complaint is valid. They're at a disadvantage using the V-grooves, okay? But it's all about the spirit of the game. And let me tell you where I'm coming from. About 4 or 5 months before the USGA square groove ruling went into effect, some of the manufacturers told their sales force that they were coming out with a different geometric design, not a square groove that was being banned, but some type of a modification that would not be square, therefore it would circumvent the USGA rules, and it would still give you the spin of a square groove. So the manufacturers thought they were being very clever, telling their sales force, hey, we're coming out with something that circumvents the rules, but it'll spin just like a square groove. Well, once Dick Ruggie got a hold of that information, it didn't take 48 hours for him and the USGA to issue a statement, which basically said, hey, you manufacturers, go out and knock yourselves out with whatever groove configuration you want. The bottom line is, if your wedge spins more than a V groove, I'm going to declare it non-conforming. Why? Because it is against the spirit of the rule. Against the spirit of the rule. Using that line, there's no question that the usage of the Ping I-2 clubs on tour, in my opinion, is against the spirit of the rule. And that is what the pros on tour who are using the V-grooves are defending. They're defending the right of the spirit of the rule. So, that's my 2 cents worth. You may agree, you may not agree, but the bottom line is, the story is for you, if you are interested in improving your game, you need to go out and get square grooves this year, because after January 1st, 2011, they won't be allowed on the marketplace. They'll be gone. And then you're going to have to be using a V-groove, and if you don't think that there's a big difference between V-grooves and square grooves, then you're not paying attention to what's happening on the tour right now.